Okay, greetings everyone, and welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I know it's been a while, but I've been through quite an ordeal. I've learned a long time ago that if you want to make God laugh, you tell him your plans. But to tell you a little bit about myself before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and hit that notification button. Share and like. Now, I don't want to give away too much of what I'm going to say on the video because it's a lot of different segments that's what's going on since, the last time I spoke to you. But the best way to describe myself is simply by saying I've been a puppet, a poet, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up, down, over and out. And I know one thing. Each time I find myself laying fat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. That's life. Oh, that's what the people say. Okay, now I'm going to set the mood like I always do. First, I'm running low on the vino, so I don't know how many shots are in here, but this is my truth teller. But I got a backup plan when I get low or run out of this. I want to say Happy New Year to all my subscribers, all my friends, all my people, even my haters, because I love you too. Happy New Year. And may you live long and prosperous. And whatever it is, a New Year's resolution that you made, may it come true or not. Just make it again next year. I know I have to do mine. Cheers. Okay, now, I usually start off, set the mood with my porn music, but I decide to talk about my favorite subject, at least part of it. And what's that? You know what it is. Here we go. The moments. What's that? Girls. Girls. I like them fat, I like them tall, some skinny, some small. I like to get to know them all. Girls, love the things they know, love the things they show. Got to be where they go. Pretty girl, sunshine in the hair, birds are everywhere, girls are everywhere. Okay, we'll stop right there. And with that, let me throw in my first video or segment. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, what I got for you is today is a very special day because I'm happy to be visited by my first model who I photographed here in the Philippines. She is getting ready to go overseas to be an overseas worker. So the fact that her and her sidekick, Robin, came by, I want to take this chance to thank her for being a part of me, my Filipino Soul magazine. Come here, Marisol.
Yes.
This is Marisol. She is my first model, and she has. So tell everybody what you're getting ready to do.
Today or
What are your plans?
my plan is on next year. Next year in January, I will go to
Saudi.
no, Middle East to work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I end my contract to you.
Oh, she is my contract. That's right. She was under contract, and she got paid.
Yeah, because he already paid me. Yeah, that's why I go here to end my contract.
Well, you know what? I want to thank her because ever since I've been sending videos out about my daughter, Gia Goodrich.
Yeah.
Marisol is one of the Filipinos who I met who learned all her English from watching Facebook.
Yeah, no, in YouTube. I follow her in YouTube, in TikTok, and
No.
Instagram.
Okay, before you talk about how'd you learn English?
No, I learned in English in YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why maybe my English is good based on my idea.
Yeah. And since you've been following my daughter now, will you follow my
Yeah.
daughter where?
In YouTube and Instagram and also TikTok, I always watching her videos so I can, so I can learn the English. I can speak very well. My English also is maybe fluent.
Very good, yeah.
No, not good.
She's very
Sometimes
good.
it's good. Some words I don't know. I don't understand.
Well, you know, I as you just saw, I posted a video talk. I just talked about Gia Goodrich. So if you get a chance, log on to Gia Goodrich because she has a lot of ideas about how to present yourself on camera.
Yeah.
You know how to improve your exposure, how to develop content, your imposter syndrome, which is something that I've gotten a lot from. So if you get a chance, watch it. So tell everybody about what advice would you give them about following your dreams and your goals. See, I'm talking too fast. What advice would you give someone about following your dreams?
Maybe it's follow your dream. So don't judge a book by its cover.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Yes. Don't follow a book by its cover.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Follow your dreams
Yeah.
and make your goals come true.
So tell everybody where they can find you on Facebook or YouTube. How can they find you? What's your address? What's your Facebook address?
My Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
My Facebook name is Maricel Hermosa Calyao. My Gmail also is Filipino Soul Magazine at Maricel
At gmail.com.
maricel@gmail.com. Yeah.
Do you use that?
Yeah, I also use always.
Okay, good.
And also the password. I know the password.
Oh, don't tell nobody. Okay, so spell your name so this way they can find you.
Maricel Hermosa Calyao. Mericel. Hermosa Hermosa. Calyao Celleo. Maricel Hermosa Calyao.
Okay, with that, I got one more thing for you. We'll talk there. Can we throw them a kiss, Marissa? Can we throw them a kiss?
There.
Yeah, like this, Marissa. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
We also want to thank Mia on the camera, helping us. And come here, Robin. Robin, put all that down. Look, Robin's the pack animal. Robin carries everything. This is Robin. I call her my daughter. But Robin, tell everybody about yourself. Yeah, I know you've probably seen her on YouTube, on my YouTube videos before. But Robin, tell everybody about yourself.
About myself.
She is what's known as a kept woman. So what do you do, Robin?
Nothing.
Holding your bag.
That's right.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing. Bring all the grocery.
Well, Robin,
Nothing.
I want to thank you for stopping by and also coming by and seeing us. We hope to see you again, even when Maricel goes away.
Yeah,
you know you're more than welcome to come to our house anytime.
We see next 2 years again.
Okay, 2 years again.
Yeah. Then after when I go back to the Philippines, I sign another contract.
With me.
Yeah, with you to
Ah.
become a model again.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
watch Gia Goodrich so you'll learn
Yeah,
more
I
about being a
always
model.
watch your daughter.
She came over and took all the pictures
Yeah,
I took of her,
okay.
which is
Yeah.
something I never do. But with her, she's special.
Because
Okay, so go ahead.
because Gia Goodrich, I love to watch her video because the way she speak, oh my goodness, I understand. Unlike you, I don't understand sometimes because you eat your language, Oh, see, my English is good.
Yes, right. This is very good. Okay, with that, can I all throw a kiss? Mwah. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna give a shout out to Marisol and Robin. Happy New Year to you. I'm also wearing my purple shirt. Why? Because one of the brothers, one of my watchers, asked me to wear it again. So voila, I am wearing. I would stand up and fashion it for you, but like most people who are on these things, what's up on top may not match the bottom. Okay. Now, this next video I'm going to throw up here, this was, if my daughter was to see this, she would kick my ass. Gia Goodrich, because she's She's been on YouTube, I guess, for a few years now, and she talked about how to make good-looking videos. And she probably would say, "Dad, what are you doing? The lighting is horrible in there." Okay, with that, here we go. Let me give you this next segment. Wait, I'll be that guy. Okay, go ahead. I can't go to prison, so the person that really started my depression. Oh, wow. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. So, I'm watching this video here about this guy who was having problems with his wife. His wife filed cases against him for molesting his children, per se, which we don't know, but that's what he says. And then he was with another girl, and she got pregnant, and they got into a fight, and she threatened to do the same thing with him. So what he decided to do was first make the declaration that don't play with nobody's head. Girls don't play with these men's heads like this. And what he did was he shot both of them before taking his own life. I learned a long time ago that you never say anything to anyone that they would have a hard time forgetting you said it. I'll say it again. You don't say anything to anyone that they will have a hard time forgetting you said it. So in other words, think before you speak. Well, right now, I guess this is what's called the quiet before the storm. We are having a typhoon here. You can see the sky is really gray. And I'm slumming it, I guess you might say. I'm kind of lounging, just relaxing, enjoying the day. I tried to play tennis earlier this morning, but what happened was that it rained, so this is kind of one of these ho-hum days. But before I start talking a little bit, let me say something. I learned a lot from watching my daughter's YouTube videos about how to do better, how to improve your videos, etc. But one thing I really wish, now that I think about it, that she would comment on are the comments that you get. I never read my comments. I never said, I never thought anyone was watching my videos, to tell you the truth about it. So finally I decided to read some of the comments, and I was blown away from my heart of hearts. You have given me so much inspiration. You have shown me so much love. You have given me so much encouragement for me to keep doing what I'm doing. And all this time, I thought the only one that was listening to it were the same 5 people. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for all of you who have taken the time to look at my videos and comment on my videos. And you know what? I am blown away too that the last video I posted, my trip, in 3 days, it just hit 1,000 viewership. I was like, wow, they really like me. So I was really grateful for that too as well. I told you my next video that I'm going to talk about my Ukrainian family and my relationship with a Ukrainian girl for 10 years. And I planned on doing that with you. So just bear with me. I just wanted to shoot this one in there, before I have a very busy weekend coming up. And I want to put some of the footage from that video, or for what my activities, and share with you what we do here in the Philippines during the holidays. So in a perfect world, of course, in a perfect world, by Monday I will have footage and posted another video for you to watch. But in the meantime, I want to show you some of Mia's green thumb. She grows plants, and she plans on selling. She was selling them in the town where she was from, Valencia. They were selling them online. So just look, to To me, they're just flowers. They're just plants like this. But I was really kind of surprised that the amount of money that is involved with people buying plants and what have you. And she has accumulated a nice assortment of plants that she plans to go online selling. So those of you in the Philippines, you know, I look for her Facebook channel selling plants. Now, one thing I want to mention before I go, let's talk about girls a little bit. Girls are the same all over the world. You know, it's funny. I was with this one girl, and she had 2 children. And I bought a vehicle, and in the vehicle, you know, I bought 2 children's car seats to put inside the back of the car. So every morning, you know, I would drive them to the daycare, take them out of the car seats, got them in the daycare with her, came back, and then I unbuckled the car seats and I put them in the trunk. And this was my habit of doing things, because talk about consistency. But that's one thing that important in a relationship is consistency. And so one day, she finally asked me, how come you take the car seats out and you put them in the trunk? I said, you know what, baby? Because the first time you ever see me driving down the street without the car seats in the trunk, you would jump to conclusions that there was someone else, I had someone in the back seat, or I'm driving around some other girl or something like that. So I just eliminate that ever happening by just being consistent and taking the car seats out of the back seat. I'm in the Philippines, and you know the Philippines, you drive your scooters. And on the scooters, they have the foot racks that the passenger puts their foot on. And you know, sometimes I feel like Easy Rider. I feel like Peter Fonda, you know, or Jack Nicholson driving on the highway. They're looking for adventure. And the best way for me to really feel that that little adrenaline is to take my feet off of this and bend them up and put them on the foot pedals. So now I'm not riding erect, I'm riding hunched over, like I'm driving some big powerful hog. Wow, like this. And so my mind, I think I'm all that. So anyway, so one day, the girl I was with, she asked me, because apparently when she got off the scooter, they pushed them up. It was customary to push them up. And one day she asked me who was riding on the back of the scooter. I said, what are you talking about? How come the foot pedals were out like this, like you had a passenger? I said, I had no passenger. Then why are the foot pedals like that? I said, oh my darling. And when I explained to her that that's how, I ride sometimes like this, and so it's just one of those things that staying consistent is important. And no matter what you do, sometimes things are always going to be misconstrued. Okay, so I just want to throw this one in right at you. This is like one of these. I guess if I must do something real short, this is a good one to do it. And like I said, I'm working on my other video, but more importantly, I want to stop and take time to say thank you. Thank you for letting me know that you know I exist and giving me encouragement to do more. And I was supposed to wear my purple shirt for somebody. I will, don't worry about it. My man, I will wear the purple shirt because you said you like it. Okay, so you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And you know what? Of course, the best revenge of life is to live good. And of course, if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson, formerly singer of the Temptation one song, Treat Her Like a Lady. And I'm going to thank that brother for pointing out that I acknowledge Ali. I really appreciate that. But sometimes we have to be more mindful of how we speak to one another. supposed to be more mindful of what we think of one. I learned about relationships is that you don't do what you did in the last relationship and your new relationship because it's easy to get stuck in the same pattern, the same groove. So you always try to do something different. And 2 consistency points I want to tell you. The girl I was talking about with child seats. Every morning when I went to go see her, she would make me a glass of juice, and she always had ice in it. And it was very refreshing. And one day I came over and she gave me a glass and there was no ice in it. Some of you may have heard this story before. And I held the glass up at her like this, and I looked like this, and like this, and like this, and like this, like this. And she said to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "There's no ice in this glass." I said, "Something's bothering you. Something's troubling you. Why don't you tell me what it is?" Because apparently you said to yourself, "Fuck it, I ain't giving them ice." I just gave it to me like that. So whatever you gotta do, you gotta stay consistent. And with the Ukrainian girl, when she broke up, when we broke up, I told her, "You never find another man like me." She said, "Why is that?" I said, "For 10 years, you never had to open up your own car door. Remember, I'll always love you more." Okay, I'll talk to you later. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. And I appreciate you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate those of you who see my video, comment. And I'm reading those comments now, so send them to me, okay? I enjoy them. I'll talk to you later. I want to thank Mia on the camera. Say hello, Mia.
Hi.
Okay, hi. Can you give a little one through that? Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Peace.
Now, I was just telling you about the typhoon that was coming, but you know what? It came. Check this out.
Okay, greetings everyone. This is Gerard, Blackout. And right now, we're in the middle of a typhoon here in the Philippines. My heart goes out to all the people in the Northwest. It just had 60 tornadoes in a matter of 2 days, leveling a whole bunch of towns and cities of 4 states. And we have our home. Hold it. If you look over here, I'm glad I cut the trees down. You see the trees are falling down. My fence is falling down. You can hear the wind rattles. I have to keep the dogs. I have to keep the dogs here. Hold on, I have to keep the dogs inside because I don't want them to be hurt by any of the flying debris. The house next to us had already lost the roof, and somewhere you hear the big trees crackling and falling down. So it's very windy out here. I'm sure it's very dangerous, but the most dangerous thing about today is I'm out of cigarettes and I want to do cigarettes. I didn't stock up on my provisions, but oh well, be that as it may. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Remember, disrespect the elder, don't force it up. And sometimes they're only want to see everything. I got another video coming real soon. Alright? Get the hell out of here. Remember, if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Holly, what she once said, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky to have a good man like me, get somebody else to fix this shit. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Although it did come and everything went black, it didn't stop the love from the people here in the Philippines from sharing and showing their love toward me. Check this one out.
It's our magazine, Black in the Philippines.
Thank you for the food.
This is mine. Merry Christmas, family. And they come visit me in the room again. And come to join me out and I. And wish you guys a happy holiday. And we wish you the best holidays too as well. And remember, I always love you more. We'll talk to you later.
Now, as we're getting close to Christmas, and after the typhoon then hit, there was a lot of damage done across the Philippines. They said this was the worst typhoon that's ever hit the Philippines. And you know what is funny? When I moved to this part of the Philippines, you know, the boy did check about typhoons and what areas are more prone to be hit. And this was supposed to be one of the safest areas in the Philippines because typhoons didn't come down this far. Normally it was up north around Manila and all that stuff like that. But like I said, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. And so the typhoon did hit. Okay, now this next segment is on Christmas. You know, and my New Year's resolution is simply to do better and be able to get my 100 out next Christmas. Here we go. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Gerard, Black in the Philippines with the truth. Well, Feliz Navidad for those of you who are Spanish. Snow Grodum for those of you who are Russian, like Nina. And May Basco, as they say in the Philippines, Merry Christmas. You know, right now I'm still in the throngs of the typhoon. Still have a blackout, haven't had lights, cell phone service, internet service for over a week now. And I was thinking about getting a generator, but then knowing me that once I got a generator, what's going to happen is that the lights are going to come on. And I'll be pretty pissed after spending all that money. And then the lights come back on. The lights are coming on around us, just not here just yet. So normally what I have to do is I have to go somewhere, a friend's house, and I charge my cell phones, all the devices, and my power banks. And then, you know, come home and pray that it lasts till the next day, which it never does, because there are several of us here, and we all need power. You know, it was like last night, I decided to go to the store. And just when I got on the scooter and I drove out the gate, it died. It broke down. And, you know, all I can say is, thank you, God, for looking after your humble fool again. Because God looks after babies and fools, and we all know I'm too big to be a baby. So it broke down right outside my gate. 5 minutes later, I would have been on a highway in the dark, you know, like this, and what have you. It's interesting because here they say it's a brownout. In the States, we say it's a blackout. So it's very interesting, the difference. You know, so, you know, outside of that, it's Christmas. And what I usually do each year is I try to give myself 100 push-ups without stopping. And you're going to see how far I get. I've been doing this for probably about the last 30 years or so. And I started out locking out push-ups, doing them the correct way. But over the years, they got to like little rabbit push-ups. And over the years, it's gotten a lot fewer than 100. But nevertheless, I still do it to kind of gauge, you know, my lack of immortality, as I have more yesterdays than I do tomorrows. You know, I try to make an outline. You know, my daughter's gonna be, you know, I've been making little videos, you know, that eventually I will put them together and shoot them to you. But the first one I did, I saw it and I said, my daughter's going to kick my ass, GF, when she sees the video and how bad the lighting is. But, you know, it's okay, you know, because you know what?
I've had a lot of years of training as a photographer, uh, learning how to crop, you know, learning how to lighting, shooting, a lot of things, there are a lot of aspects of photography that I've studied and I've learned. And I could never be disappointed when I give somebody my phone and say, here, okay, shoot this video, or here, take this picture. Because how can I expect them to be able to do it you know, um, to my standards, which is insane. It is. I am just grateful that they are there to be able to act as a camera person and do uh, take the video or take the picture. Now you're wondering how I'm dressed. It's very hot here. Oh my God, very hot. But the thing is about it is that the mosquitoes here. When I first came to the Philippines, um, and before I got here, they said make sure you have screens on your windows. I said screens on my windows. So yeah, because of the mosquitoes, and of course my imagination thinking about these got these big ass mosquitoes flying around like that. But it's not the case, but they are a nuisance, and there are a lot of them. So I just got accustomed to just covering my whole body up, regardless of how hot I am. I'd rather be hot than to be bitten by mosquitoes. But since I've been here, the insects have definitely had a field day with me. I know when I was living in back home, I used to drive my scooter, because I used to play tennis early in the morning, and I got hit in the head with a bat. Imagine driving and a bat. And one other time I was driving and something hit my lip, and I went like this, and I know it was big because the way my fingers to get around it. I tried to pull it, it didn't come off, and I pulled it a second time, and it came off, and I threw it away. But it turned out to be like some big ass insect that had when it hit, it latches. And it latched into my lip. My lip was bleeding, and I said, "Wow!" So that was kind of eerie because all I can think about if my mouth was open, it would have went down my throat, and I could have been killed here in the Philippines by a bug, and no one would never know because I doubt they do an autopsy and say, "Let's see what's in his throat," So that was another incident with the insects here. So, but ants, I can't stand ants. What gives me pleasure? I tell you what gives me pleasure. Seeing that Lewis and Clark ant. I call him the Lewis and Clark ant, and that's the ant that you see all by himself. He's on an exposition, and ex- he is exploring. He's exploring around looking for food and take back to his herd or swarm, and tell them there's food over here, and next thing you know you got a whole trail of ants. So it gives me joy in killing that one Lewis and Clark ant because you're not you're one explorer that didn't make it. Okay, it was interesting here because I had some friends over, and one of the in America, having guests over, where do you put the coats? You put the coats on the bed, in the bedroom. If you don't want to hang them all, you just open the bedroom door and throw the coats on the bed, which is very very customary, very nonchalant. You don't think much of it. You just throw the coat on the bed. Well, I had some people over, and this one girl took off her coat, and I took a coat and I just opened the door and threw it on the bed. And what is a coat doing on the bed? I said, what are you talking about? What, you wanted to go to bed with you? You wanted to invite into the bedroom? I said, slow your roll there, partner. It's just a coat on the bed. No, you don't do that here in the Philippines. You don't take another girl's coat and put it on the bed because you're sending some type of message. And I said, oh no, that was not my intention. Believe me, I just didn't want to just have no other place to put it, but just throw it on the bedroom. So the customs here are they're different. See, like for instance, I go around and I say, "Hello, girlfriend. Hey, girlfriend. How my girlfriend's doing?" And I always justified it as, you know, um, you're a girl? Yeah. You're my friend? Yeah. You're my girlfriend. It's a girlfriend. So they ask me how many girlfriends you got. I have a lot of girlfriends. I got girlfriends all over the world, all over the world. So no, you can't say that here. You can't call someone your girlfriend because it means. So I said, wait a minute, wait, slow your roll. I'm an American. I have American customs. I have things that I do, things that I say that just a part of who I am, you know. And I'm not going to change them because it brings I enjoy doing. I enjoy walking into a place, saying, "Hey, girlfriend, oh hi, girlfriend," and watching them smile. They laugh and they smile like that, and it's what I do. So if you hear me say, "Hey, girlfriend," or "girlfriend," like that, it's now I have girlfriends and I have lovers. Now there's a difference between a girlfriend and a lover. So like I said, this is my girlfriend, this is my lover. So now you know that the relationship is a lot deeper than just a girlfriend because I have a lot of girlfriends. I've always enjoyed the company of girls, and that's how it is. I was thinking, is there an age that where it's written down somewhere that after a man reaches a certain age, he should no longer be interested in girls or looking at beautiful women? And so, you know, I'm thinking there has to be some type of age or something. And no, there isn't. There isn't. If you ever been to a hospital where seniors or a VA hospital like I've been, and you see these old vets, in wheelchairs or whatever, and when the nurse comes by and say, "Hi, sweetie," he's like, "Hello, hello, hello," because it's man all his life. His one goal is to appropriate. It's in his genes, it's in his blood to to live for a woman, to protect her, to take care of her. Um, and so that never stops. That's what we're here for. The reason I hesitate because like yesterday or the day before, I was at the bank, and I pulled into the parking lot and got off the scooter, and a foreigner got off the scooter, right beside me with his Filipino girlfriend, and she was telling him, "You can't park, you have to park over here," and he said, shut up and come on." And I was like, whoa, whoa, wow. How can you talk to her like that? How can you talk to someone who you're supposed to love? How can you talk like that to someone who you're supposed to care about? You know? And I wanted to say something like, "Yo, my man, why don't you chill?" But that's the worst thing that can happen because I learned a long time ago, uh, you never come between a man and his woman, because if you do, she's going to side with him no matter what. So you have no wins when it comes to a man and how he speaks to his woman or what have you, because, you know, you know, apparently it must be some good in him because she's still with him, or you assume there is, but it always hurts me when I see people who treat people like that, especially here in the Philippines. The truth of the matter is that the Philippines has gone through a lot of turmoil, a lot of tragedy, you know, uh, being conquered so many times by other nations, and people just naturally, when they come to other countries, have this aura about them that they're better than they are, and a lot of them speak to them and say, I went to the store with this one guy, uh, and we were in like a place like Home Depot, and I was looking for super glue. Super glue. You know what super glue is. And so I'm looking. So I went up to the salesperson uh, on the floor. I said, "Do you have any super glue?" He says, "No, we're out of stock." I said, "Super glue is no, we're out of stock." And my friend said, "He don't know what the fuck you talking about. He don't know shit. He don't know what nothing is. Look at them all. They're all just standing around, just doing nothing. You can't ask them nothing. They don't know what shit is." And and I'm like, oh, wow. How can you fix your mouth? How how can you fix your mouth to talk to someone like that? You know, you know. I know I can't. You know, and maybe that might be a flaw in me because I don't really have that. Rah, 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 rah. You know, I spoke before, and you probably heard it in the video that's going to be attached to this. Is that you know you don't say something to someone that they will have a hard time forgetting you said it. You know, you know, like I hate you. Like so you get an argument, and say, "I hate you. I wish I never met you." Well, are you gonna? How can you forget a person telling that to you? You know, I don't care. How lovey-dovey you become after that, but at some point in time, you're gonna remember. Damn, you remember when you told me you hate me? You hate me, man. Shit. I just don't say things that people have a hard time forgetting. I said it, and I like that quality about me. Not to be able to throw up on somebody verbally and just say "fuck you," like this, or "kiss my ass, you rotten son of a bitch," like this. I just don't have it in me to say that to people. And I think it's a blessing. It's like treating others how you want to be treated. You know, but anyway, so you know. Um, I'll tell you another story before I try to attempt to my 100 push-ups that you're gonna win my Christmas present to me. So, and don't forget you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth, and please subscribe and hit the bell. I um, I was had a housekeeper, and you know you know, I made the mistake possibly at one point in time crossing the line with her. You know, you know, I regret it. I should do. I should. You know, convenience is no excuse for uh, for taking advantage of someone. And in a sense, I took advantage of her. But anyway, so she ended up having a lot of feelings. And my friend, uh, he had a wife and had a sister. And so he said, "Gerard," he says, "she has a sister. I wanted to meet you." Because he knew I was looking for a girl, a Filipino girl like this. And so anyway, uh, she was a hell of a cook, my housekeeper. And she cooked, she put on a nice spread, nice table. So there was two, four, there was four of us like this sitting at the table, and the girl who he wanted me to meet, is at the table. We're talking, and we sit down at the table, and then she comes, the housekeeper, and she puts her plate right between the girl I'm supposed to meet and me. And I didn't really think nothing of it. I think you got to eat just like everybody else got to eat. So I said I eat. And so when I finished, my friend said, "Gerard, what the fuck is wrong with you?" I said, "What are you talking about? You don't let your housekeeper eat with you." He said, "Your housekeeper is supposed to be standing over there on the corner of the house waiting for you to raise your hand to wait on you. She doesn't eat with you." He said, you can't let Filipinas into your house. If you let them in the house, they get resentful. And then they start, I don't know, turning into bats. I don't know. You don't do that. And so I told him, I said, look, let me tell you something. He was white, by the way. I said, in case you don't notice, I'm black from the United States. I said, all my life, I lived as a second-class citizen in my own country, from my own people. I used to run from blacks in the South because I was from the North. I used to run from whites because I was black. I had no safe haven to go to. Only place was girls. And the girls accept me for who I am. But the point of the matter is that I could not come to another country and treat another group of people, a race of people, like they less than, like I'm better than they are. I said, I can't do that, man. I can't do that. That's wrong. I said, yeah, granted, maybe she shouldn't have sat there, and maybe she should have, thought that, okay, she knew she was there to meet me or whatever. But, sometimes you can't count on Filipinos to think about the logic of a situation, or, just that, just to think beyond what is actually happening in front of them, and as a result, I told them, like, I cannot do that, I cannot do that. But anyway, let me see. Moving on from that, I did make some notes. Okay. Oh yeah. Speaking of foreigners, I was watching this video. I watch other bloggers. I have to. If you want to know about selling cars and how to sell cars, you watch other salesmen. If you want to know how to, fish, go fishing. You watch other fishermen and see how they do it. So anyway, so I was watching this one blogger. It was a girl, and what caught my eye, she said, the title of it was, I married a foreigner at 19. And so I said, oh, you know what? This guy told me, he said, Gerard, he says, if you want to find a young Filipino girl, this is what you do. He says, you go up into the mountains. He says, you go somewhere and you look for an old woman and you tell her that you're looking for a wife. You know what I'm saying? And a grandma or something, she will find you somebody and say, oh, you marry him like this. Or you go somewhere into a little small community and let it be known that, that you're coming back and you're looking for a wife, and maybe you might have 5 or 6 of them to choose from. So that's how he got his. As a matter of fact, he was able to go and choose from maybe about 4 or 5 different girls and said, I want you, and that's how he ended up getting married. But anyway, so that's what he told me, suggested I do about finding a Filipino wife. But anyway, this videographer, this blogger, she, very pretty, 19, and she said, she said, I hated foreigners. She said, I thought all foreigners were ugly. I didn't like the way they look. I didn't like the way they smell. Like this. I don't like their noses. I said, wow. I said, why you're only 19. You're only 18 or 19. How can you have such a strong, viewpoint about foreigners? And so she said it wasn't until she started watching TV that she started seeing, foreigners for, in the roles they play, and then she gradually became attracted to them, and that's how she ended up marrying a foreigner at 19. But it was funny, how she said that I thought they all were just ugly. So that was funny. Let me see what else for. I'm really procrastinating to try to do these 100 push-ups for you, but I'm going to get it. Okay. Um, oh, I told you about my first Filipino girlfriend again. No, let me tell you again. Since we're talking about Filipino girls, let me tell you, about my first Filipino girl. It always was, Gerard. You gotta get a Filipino girl. You gotta have a Filipino girl. I said, wow, really? He said, yeah. Oh, there's nothing like a Filipino girl. You know, yeah, my Filipino girl. So I was at this place, and I was sitting down and at the bar listening to music, and then because I do videos of bands and what have you, and I put them up and I post them, and so I looked over the corner of my eye, and there was a table of four, and the two guys and one girl, they looked like they were having such a horrible time, miserable time with each other, and there was one girl who was smiling, and you could tell she had a lot more, a lot more energy, she a lot more social, you could tell she did not want to be there, so anyway, uh, I'm not one to get picked up at places, I just don't do it, you know. I much rather get a phone number from you and take your picture, and then if I'm interested in you, I'll call you. But very seldom will allow myself to get picked up and taken out, because I just don't want that to be known about myself, because my business is my business. I just don't let it be known. So anyway, I think I went to the bathroom or somewhere, or maybe up to the bar to get another beer. And when I came back to the table, I said, wow, she was sitting there at my table and she was smiling. Hi, how are you? And by that time, I said to myself, I said, okay. I said, you know what? Are you by yourself? She said, yes. I said, so she said, I'm by myself. And so I said, can you leave now? She said, yes, I can leave now. So I said, come on, you come with me. I'll take you back to my hotel room. And when she got up, she got up and she was like dragging one foot like this. I'm like, oh shit. My God, is this a joke? Are you going to give me my first Filipino woman handicapped? My first Filipino girl was handicapped. I said, oh wow. So so rather than making her feel bad, I said, it's okay. I said to myself, handicapped girls need love too. So I took her back to the motel room, and I learned what the kimchi squat was about that night. Woo-wee! So I guess I never really forgave God for giving my first experience with a Filipino girl being handicapped. But that's that. Okay, so I think I blabbered on enough. I think I postponed and procrastinated enough. Let me try to knock out these 100 push-ups for my birthday present. I know already in my heart of hearts I'm not going to do 100 rabbit push-ups, but it's what I do just for me. Okay? So, with no further ado, and not too much laughter from you, Merry Christmas, Gerard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 10. That was 50. That's not too bad. I'm surprised. I got 50 down. Okay. Let me see if I got it in me to give you or give me another 50. Okay? Ready? Let's go. These are rabbit push-ups, mind you. No, I don't have it in me. Okay, so Snowden Grodum, Feliz Navidad, and Mai Bosco. Merry Christmas. I'm happy and I'm sad. But remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder. It always pulls someone up. And sometimes, you may be the only one to see your vision, like my vision of 100 push-ups. And the best revenge in life is to live good. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson, former lead singer of the Temptations, once sung, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make me feel like a king. And I want to let everyone know that I wish I could help everybody. I wish I could give to everybody. But all I can say is that I will love each and every one of you more. And my final thought is this. If you don't have people in your life who you haven't seen in a while, who you can't pick up the phone or send them a text message and just let them know that you're thinking about them in that moment and you love them, then what has your life all been for? I enjoy doing that. I enjoy sending a text message to somebody and saying, look, you don't have to respond to this. I want to let you know that I love you and I'm just thinking about you. I'll always love you more. I'll chat with you later. Peace. See ya. One thing I wanted to add toward that is that, Filipino girls are not only beautiful, but they are expected, to contribute to the family in ways that, we wouldn't in the United States, but it's a necessity here in the Philippines. By that, I mean that girls are looked as commodities. In other words, they are encouraged to, number one, be educated, to get as much education as you can, because, but it's not all the time possible for them to go to school. A lot of times, they may only go to the 6th grade or grade 6, or, they don't have a lot of education. But they are encouraged to get married. They are encouraged to get a foreigner. As I spoke in this video, one girl spoke about how she felt about foreigners, but they are encouraged to do that. Why? Because the foreigners are often a financial option to better the situation or the position in a family by contributing money. So if a Filipino girl is able to land a husband or a boyfriend, that's a good thing. So that's another reason why Filipino girls are so important and so valuable to the family dynamic here in the Philippines. Okay, so hold on. I got another video coming for you. Just sit tight. Okay, what I got for you here is that recently we just had a typhoon. And this is the back area of my house. If you see, this is my house over here, the blue one. We had 2 coconut trees to come down. And by the grace of God, when they came down and just touched the wall. They didn't break the wall or go over the wall, just close to the wall. Now, you know, when it snows, you got people who go around shoveling snow. Well, it's different in a typhoon, which you have people going around sawing trees and down debris and everything. But this is a coconut tree. If you come over here, these are coconuts. I'm going to show you how to get the boko juice out of it. I showed you once about boko juice. I'll show you more about boko juice. But the interesting thing about these trees coming down is that they just don't cut them and throw them away. What they do, well, first of all, what is your name? What's your name?
Magomero.
Oh, this is Magomero. Look, see, look, check this chainsaw out. These are one of the master chainsaws who cut all these coconut trees down. And what's your name?
Yeah, I'm Randy Tavares.
Randy, this is my neighbor. Okay, now this is a coconut tree that had fallen earlier. As you see, the length of it. Look all the way at the back of it, Mia.
Okay.
You see all the way at the back of it, and show it all the way down to the bottom, all the way to the top, like that. Okay. Now here. Okay, now what they do is that they measure. Now come here. I'm going to show you what the final results are. They take the bottom of it.
Slab.
See, this is the outside of the coconut tree. This is the tree. They take the and they slam it down
Dos por dos.
in the 2x4s. You see, it's like 2x4s. And what they do is that they build houses out of it. And that's what this lumber here is going to be used for. It's going to be build a house over one of the houses that were damaged. So you see, although some bad things come out of the typhoon, some good things also come out of it also. So right now, that's just it. I'm going to show you. May hapon, ma'am.
May hapon. How are you?
Abuy pa. How are you? How are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about you? Where are you from?
Right here, did you get much damage from the typhoon?
Oh, really? This, you live here? I mean, which one you live?
Right here, the blue house right
Blue
here.
house. Oh, my God.
Yeah. And you, where you live?
School's house?
Oh, you live in Scotia's?
Yes, I rent the room. We rent the room there.
So we are neighbors.
Yeah, we'll be here for another probably 5 months. 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're originally from here?
No, I'm originally from the United States.
Oh, you are? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Where in...
I moved here from Las Vegas.
Oh! I'm from Washington State.
Washington State?
Yes, Seattle. But not Seattle.
Oh, yeah. I used to go to Narcotic Anonymous in Seattle.
Oh, really?
I used to live in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, yeah, you did?
Yeah, I lived in Portland, Oregon for a couple of years.
How long have you been living here?
I've been here about 4 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Then you haven't been back?
I've been back a couple of times,
Yeah, you're allowed.
but there's no place like home, the Philippines. These are hers kids. Yeah.
Good luck. And,
Well, thank you.
Huh?
Thank you. And what's your name?
Eva?
Eva. I am Gerard.
Gerard. Okay, sounds
Okay,
cool.
okay, Eva,
You
nice
think,
to-
what is your wedding?
Well,
are you already done that?
No. We hope probably next month in January. I'm
Right.
still waiting on my birth certificate to come back from the
Oh,
United
I
States.
know.
So
But
once
that's
you get
good because we're trying to get visa. I'm an American citizen, so for years.
Oh,
so
okay, okay.
I don't want to lose my citizenship.
Yes, of course not. Of course
Yeah,
not. Yeah.
so and my sisters are dual citizens, so
Oh, okay.
I'll think about that first.
Okay, okay, Eva.
Okay, see ya.
Okay, my gusto.
All right, bye.
Okay, with that, remember, dreams is one man's way to action. Never disrespect the elderly. Come here, you sometimes the best revenge in life is to live good. We'll live good today, and I hope you are too. If you're lucky enough to have a woman like Holly Woodson, former lead singer of The Temptation, 1 second, treat her like a lady. And ladies, lucky enough to have a good man and make her feel well, we did the best we can with what we had for Christmas. So we were very fortunate and very blessed to be able to, I guess, surprise one another with gifts, so that was a good thing. Okay, so that was my Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas. And, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell. And again, I'm going to thank all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. And again, I am so surprised that I am on the plateau of possibly being monetized. My friend had to tell me what that meant. But before I go to the next one, let's play a little bit more of Girls. Some of them fine ones, George around the good looking, they're the ones that do the best cooking. Girls are really the girls love the things they know, love the things they show. Got to be where they go. Pretty girls, the sunshine in their hair, perfume everywhere, girls everywhere. Oh, they're fine. Everything nice. Okay, and with that, Merry Christmas, ma'am.
Merry Christmas, Langga.
I know we said that we weren't going to get each other gift this Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have to be honest with you.
What?
I got you a gift.
Me too.
You got me a gift too?
Yes.
So you can keep it like that too. You got me a gift too as well. What did you get me?
You first, then we will be speaking.
Oh, no, you first.
You first.
I'll tell you what, we'll do it together.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Wow. This is yours and this is mine.
Oh, I knew this.
Ooh, I know it. Wow, this is jewelry. This is bling bling.
This is like cell phone.
I love bling bling.
Oh, I like this very much.
You like cell phone?
Yes.
Wow. Let's see.
Wow. Samsung Galaxy.
Wow. A gold watch. Wow, look at this. Wow. I'm going to put it on right now.
You're the one to.
Am I gonna be the first one you take a picture of?
Yes.
Okay.
Just wait.
Okay.
I
With the
tried.
watch. With the watch.
Yeah, with the watch. Oh.
Wait. I'm
wow.
gonna give you my Hollywood smile.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And I tell you what, ask me what time it is.
What time is
It is 20 to 2. So you're the first person who I told what time it is with not even a watch.
Wow.
Wow.
You like that?
Yes. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas, Mia.
Merry Christmas too.
Merry Christmas, boys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, this is Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. So remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly, always pull someone up. And sometimes, you're the only one who can see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And you gotta excuse us. I'm gonna look at my new watch. And what are you gonna do?
I play my phone.
She played with her phone. Remember, we'll always love you more. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Bye. Okay, now that this one's in the can, remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of The Temptation, once sung, treat him like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. Because believe you me, I'm worth it. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, hit the notification button, share and like. And watch out for my next video because I'm going to talk about raising Filipino children. So you don't want to miss that. Okay, so with that, now this. Okay, Gerard, what I got for you is right now we're in Blackout. We're at a place that once was known as Gerard on the beach, but now it's Billy on the beach. And I'm going to show you a little bit of scenery. Right now, I'm going to tell you that right now we are New Year's. This is the first New Year's. This is Happy New Year's here in the Philippines. And you know, in the Philippines, it's very interesting of how they celebrate it. They have this thing where they have 13 different fruits that they put on a table, and they have to wait for 13 days. And by the 13th day, there should be at least one from each of the 13 fruits on the table. Now, the custom is that you want to do this to ensure prosperity in the new year. You want to make sure that you have food. So that's the idea behind the 13 fruits. Some of them take money like 1,000 pesos or 500 pesos, 20 pesos or 10, and they roll it up and they stick it inside rice. And the idea is to leave it there for 13 days in hopes of all throughout the new year that you will be prosperous and have money. So the custom is very, it's no different than the Jews. The Jews have the, what do they call it? They have the, I'm not familiar with the Jewish custom, other than that they charge a lot of interest rate. The menorah. They have the menorah, I don't know, I think it's like 7 menorahs, and it has candles on each one, and each day you light one of the candles. And it's supposed to signify either something or a ghost coming into the house or something like that. But each custom has their own different way of celebrating New Year's. Now, I want to show you a little bit about this beach. If you look over here, you see, the reason is the wind is blowing because it's still at the tail end of the typhoon, which I'm very grateful that we got our electricity for the first time yesterday. But I want you to see the wind, water. This is very tempting if you have to be a surfer or something along those lines. And you can see how great this soul is. It's already in the water. Me, myself, I don't go on water. I don't walk in the woods, and I don't walk on trails. You know, well, obviously there's shit in it that can kill you. So anyway, so that's it for me right now. Back to you, Gerard. This is WG for Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. You know, and you'll be seeing my videos soon, and I'm gonna thank each and every one of you for being a part of my soon to be monetized, which means that I'm gonna be making money. So hopefully that'll happen soon. So, okay, so back to you, Gerard, in the studio.
Remember, from the bottom of my heart, I will always love you more. I love you like a love song, baby. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you later.
I like to
Be a musician, and tell me it's my mission.
I'll take my magic
Wow.
and
I've got them on.
you guys can see.
They tell Jones the Houdini.
I have to dance to the next to me.
Girls love the things they know, love the things they show. I got to be where they go. Pretty girls, the sunshine in there. Girls are everywhere. Girls are everywhere.